Girl, what are you waiting on? Follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell notification. Now remember, I'm trying out a new grocery shopping method here. So before, I would usually grocery shop on Fridays immediately after work, which meant that I had to leave work, go to the grocery store, usually two, and then come home, pack everything into the fridge. And it was just a lot and it was exhausting. And that's just not the way that I wanted to start my weekend anymore. So I made a new method where I'm grocery shopping on Wednesday and or Thursday. So on this day, I'm hitting BJ's on Wednesday, and then the next day I hit a different grocery store. I'm definitely not vegan, but I love having some vegan, vegetarian, plant-based options to keep in the fridge. And these meatless tenders are absolutely amazing. We also needed some olive oil, so I had to grab some of that. I usually don't buy my olive oil from BJ, so I had to just check the tag real quick to make sure that it was good. Now listen, Dove body wash has always been the GOAT, but this mango butter one, crack. Okay, now we at day 2, so I'm at Old Faithful Aldi right here. I saw this sourdough bread and I got me an idea. I was like, I could make me a good sandwich with this, so that's what I'm contemplating. I already needed some regular bread from them, but I just had to grab that sourdough because I love sourdough bread. I'm about to grab like my usual avocados and tomatoes and whatnot. Oh, I forgot to say, don't even try to judge me for this outfit because I'm going to the gym afterwards, okay? I swear I saw these seasonings on Instagram like a month ago, so I just went ahead and grabbed both so I could put it on that sandwich. Good. I was about to say morning. Afternoon. It's Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time to meal prep. So I'm going to walk you through my meal prep for the day, and I am praying to Jesus Cristo that today's meal prep is quick because I don't feel like it. I just don't. Hey. All right, so we've been through this before. So for meal prep, I am going to do some pesto chicken thighs. I forgot to do the dash mark because I need somewhere to place my check mark. Because what's the point of a to-do list if you can't check it off? Then I'm going to do some spinach with it. I already made my garlic aioli. I'm going to use my garlic aioli for that. And then I may or may not do potatoes. Depending on what type of mood I'm in, to be quite honest. And then for dinner, I'm going to do, girl, do not judge me. I'm finna do these mussels again because yes, they were that amazing. And then we're just gonna have a salad with it, like a kale salad. So I'm gonna have to massage the kale to break it down. And yeah, that's gonna be like mad easy. So for my meal prep, I'm going to do this spinach. I need to let it defrost. I have 2 bags. That should be good. And then for the pesto flavor, I'm just using this pesto seasoning from the Spice Suite located in DC. So yeah, this is a black owned spice shop. I'm just gonna sprinkle this on it with another seasoning that I'll show you, and that's it. So hopefully this is super quick and easy. I'm gonna start the chicken on the stove to crisp it up because I do have the skin on chicken thighs, and then I'm gonna finish it in the oven. So it'll be super juicy and crispy and delicious. First things first, I need to pat this chicken skin dry. So you want to pat it dry so that when you cook it on the stove, it can get crispy. That's going to help remove some of the moisture from it. Okay. I have like 2 more joints, chicken thighs, that I need to remove from the package and season up and whatnot. My coconut oil is already warming up on the stove. I'm cooking it in a cast iron, but since I have to do 2 more chicken thighs, I'm going to finish it in the Pyrex pan in the stove instead of just finishing it in the cast iron. So this is that pesto seasoning. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this because I love a little heat and smoked paprika on my food. Although I am ever so sure that pesto seasoning would be enough, I still just want a little bit of smokiness and heat. If you have never had fresh made pesto, then you are honestly and truly missing out. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt. And then go ahead and do the backside of the chicken thighs as well. Because every single bite needs to have flavor. And you're going to get that flavor through this seasoning and the fat on the skin. I'm not afraid of fat, as long as it's good fat. Oh yeah, she ready. All right, now I'm going to plop her in the cast iron. I'll be doing skin side down first so it could get nice and crispy. See that? Now, when you cook in a pan, you definitely don't want to overcrowd your pan. I was gonna say, but I'm gonna do that today, but I'm not. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna show you the right way. So I can only fit 3 in my pan at a time. And then when they're done being crispy, when the skin is done getting crispy, I want to transfer to the Pyrex pan. And while that's cooking, I'll go ahead and prepare these other 2 chicken thighs by seasoning them. Well, first I gotta pat it dry, of course. I don't know who I thought I was kidding, but I'm about to go ahead and cook these potatoes because having lunch prep without a carb is just not in the cards for me, okay? Look, got a little water. So I washed the potatoes in the bag and then went ahead and dropped them in the water. All right, it's getting a little violet in here. The chicken started to pop. So I'm going to get ready to transfer it to this Pyrex because I think it might be crispy. Oh, look at that color. You see that? That's beautiful. I'm going to let it get a little bit crispier though. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm going to take it out. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Who you know meal prepping like this? Who you know meal prepping like this? Look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next batch, skin side down. Doing it in the pan first is going to give it so much flavor. I guess not overcrowding the pan definitely helps a lot to get it nice and crispy. Maybe I should follow the rules that I know from here on out. By this point, you should already know that I love me some Thai food and some curry. This is Penang curry leftovers from yesterday. The husband and I went out. So I'm gonna have the rest of this while I wait for my chicken to cook in the oven. And then you hear the exhaust fan in the background because it got a little smoky in here, so I had to cut that on. And then I'm parboiling my potatoes. That's what it's called, right? When you parboil them, you just boil them until they're like fork tender real quick, and then I pop them in the oven after I season them and whatnot. So the potatoes should be done in like 1 minute. So I'm gonna eat this real quick. If you've never had or you don't like Thai food, you are truly missing out. I always get me a curry. I love curries. It's like they cooked it. It's just curries have so much flavor. Like curries are amazing. Okay, I'm gonna eat this and then I'll be right back. So spicy and good. Yesterday, Bay and I went out to this Thai restaurant, and it is one of our absolute favorite Thai restaurants. I'm telling you, they have like the best authentic Thai food. I feel like I know because I've been to Thailand. But they had a DJ, and it was like the first time that we had gone out and it felt regular. Like they had the patio open. It was a late night happy hour, so it started at 11 and then it ended at 2. We're old. I'm old. So I was like, I need to take a nap before I go, because otherwise I'm not gonna make it. That's a plane. And then we left at like 1 o'clock or so, and then we came home. I was dead tired. I think I woke up at like, I woke up at noon today. Like I was pooped. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It felt normal and it was different. Like it took us a second to get used to it feeling normal. But it was cool. And I'm ready for hot girl summer. These leftovers are so good. Now I'm going to take these drained potatoes and I'm just gonna dump them in the cast iron that I used to cook the chicken. I'm gonna stir it up in this oil and then I'm gonna season it. And I would cook them on the stove, but I ain't in the mood for that. So I'm gonna just pop them in the oven and let them cook in there. And then they'll get nice and crispy. And I should actually go ahead and check my chicken because my chicken is probably done. Because I actually ended up cooking it on both sides. My neighbors are doing yard work, if y'all hear that. And I'm going to use this Trader Joe's elote seasoning. I love this seasoning on potatoes. I'm just gonna mix it up. And then plop them in the oven to finish. Make sure they're all touching the surface too, so that they can get nice and crispy. Now I need to check the internal temperature of my chicken. I'm going to use this, which I have shown you before. And let's see, it needs to be 165 or more. And I have 182, and this is after I pulled it out like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, so it's perfect. All the chicken is done. Yep, perfect. And you see how beautiful that color is? I'm just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of salt. And that was kind of quick, I'm not even gonna lie. Just gonna stir these up a bit and then plop them right back down. I'm gonna do a little taste test of this one. As you see, it's just a little quarter of one. The flavor is going to be so good because it cooked in that chicken grease. I'm going to cook this spinach. I took a little bit of the oil from this cast iron that I cooked the chicken in. And I'm going to just drizzle a little bit in there, i.e. the same oil that I used to cook the potatoes in. Because what's the point of adding more oil? Then I'm just going to dump this spinach in from the bag. Grab this other bag that I already cut open. Make sure I get all of that out. And then after it cooks down a little bit, I'm going to season it with this umami seasoning from Trader Joe's. And then this garlic and rosemary seasoning that I told y'all about in my March favorite items video. Now that the spinach is all done, I'm gonna go ahead and add a serving to this lunch container. And then I'm gonna pack up the rest. So this will be one meal prep for the day. And then the rest will go in here. And I did add some crushed red pepper flakes. Now I can just go ahead and check the pesto chicken off, the spinach, the potatoes, and I'm just gonna save my breakfast prep for the next day because I just don't really feel like making it. Thank y'all for tuning in. See you on the next video.